This video is closed captioned. Tricks and scams in Jamaica that you should not fall for. Jamaica is a beautiful island located near the tropics in the Caribbean Ocean. From the busy nightlife in Kingston to the gorgeous sandy beaches, it's no wonder Jamaica is at the top of your list. When you're here, you'll find plenty of time to relax and take things slow. This island is in no hurry, so sit back, enjoy the waves, and take a stroll down the beach. But before you go, there are a few tricks and scams you should look out for so your vacation goes as smoothly as possible. Watch out for the extremely friendly Rasta on the beach, which after a few moments of chatting with you swiftly ties to a colorful and meticulously crafted friendship bracelet around your wrist and, smiling, asks you to pay a high price for that unwanted souvenir he just tied on your wrist. You can't get it off unless you cut it off with a knife. Then you go to pay for sure whatever he asks you to. It's best to politely and firmly decline early while you see these bracelet touts scanning the beach for their next victim to scam. If you enjoy our videos, join us on our journey worldwide by subscribing to our channel. Please click the bell icon to get notified when we publish a new video. Have you ever dreamed of meeting the love of your life in some exotic country where the culture is nothing like the boring urban rat race you're forced into, day in and day out? Trust me, you're not the only one. Dating scams are a dime a dozen in many tourist hotspots, and Jamaica certainly has its share of rip-off Romeos. Locally, these people are known as rent-a-rastas, and they're looking for adventurous tourists. They'll get as close as they can to you so they can take advantage of your romantic feelings and trust. They will get what they want from you, and then you'll never see them again, which can probably be said about a lot of relationships, only this time you'll be broke after it's over. If you're mainly using cash to get around, it may be tough to recover any losses, especially if you've given them money because of some sob story they told you. This scam tends to be easier to avoid if you're with a group, but it is also perfectly avoidable if you're going solo. Although the prospect of finding love abroad is entirely possible, there are some red flags to consider before you make any commitments. People who are after your money will throw off a few telltale signs, especially when talking about themselves. First comes the love bombing. After they shower you with compliments and promises, they will start to get controlling. A lack of willingness to make any compromises, even on minor issues, will begin to be clear. They will want to be the center of your attention as much as possible and may even act jealous if they notice you smiling at somebody else. Then there will be some kind of reason they need a little money, just for a few days. They will promise to pay you back once they have what they need, usually some kind of cost associated with getting access to the rest of their capital. Once this happens, you can be sure they are scamming you, and that should be the last time you give them the time of day. When you try to get rid of them, they will resort to insults to see if they can bully you into feeling guilty. Finally, they will realize you're not worth their time and move on to the next opportunity. Street vendors sell some of the tastiest food, hottest local crafts, and will genuinely enjoy your business most of the time. However, some will pursue you aggressively when they suspect you have money. This can become frustrating, and they are entirely aware. They're hoping you'll find it easier just to buy something, so they will leave you alone. This is worse because the most aggressive vendors often tend to carry knockoff items that aren't worth the material they're printed on. To top things off, they might even try to shortchange you in hopes that you're not familiar with the local currency. Another common trick is while you are sunbathing on your favorite beach like Negril's 7 Mile Beach, you would be approached for such by peddlers offering hair braiding services. Even if you agree upon prices up front for the service, most likely, when the job is done, you'll be charged most likely double or more or what was agreed on due to some sketchy applied extra charges that you can't simply avoid or trace back where they came from. If you want the whole experience of Jamaica, you definitely don't want to miss out on the street vendors. So, here are a few strategies to keep things running smoothly when you take a stroll down the avenue. First, it should be pretty easy to spot someone pestering tourists because Jamaica has a very laid-back attitude in general. Avoiding eye contact is the surest way to get the message across that you're not interested. Never look at what they're selling or accept anything they're trying to put in your hands. It's also a good idea to keep your money and phone out of sight in public. If you need to, step inside a restaurant to organize your things or make a call. Winning the lottery while on vacation? Could life really be this good? Unfortunately, the likely answer is a resounding nope. Beware, if you get a call or text saying you won the lottery, they will tell you all it takes is a small processing fee or government tax to get your money. Of course, this is a flat-out lie designed to prey on your feelings and excitement or greed. After all, who wouldn't like a few $100,000 falling in their lap? In reality, any taxes or fees would simply be taken out of the winnings if you did strike it rich, so the whole premise is false to begin with. This scam is now international, with perpetrators able to contact victims in other countries to get their information and steal money from their accounts. So beware of this one no matter where you are, because it is estimated these scammers alone rake in over $300 million per year. Even though many tourists have fallen victim to this scam, it's pretty easy to avoid. As the saying goes, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Phone calls or text about free money should definitely set off some red flags, especially while on vacation. It might feel like you're about to solve all your financial problems, but chances are you never signed up for a legitimate lottery, and they're scamming you. The promise of a fortune in exchange for a small fee is a widespread scam that preys on your desire to live a life free from financial constraints. If you find yourself in a conversation with one of these scammers, make it quick and block the number. Do not give any personal information over the phone whatsoever. If you suspect you've been scammed, notify the local authorities. Most credit card companies will work with you to recover from fraud, so be sure to call your bank card companies as well. Another scam that is gaining popularity among Jamaican scammers will take advantage of your sense of guilt and responsibility. Someone will contact you claiming they are from an adoption agency or members of the clergy who take care of abandoned children. They will ask for donations to buy food and supplies and can even go so far as to ask you if you want to adopt. The idea of a poor, starving child is enough to bring anyone to a sense of sadness, and this is how they will manipulate you into giving money. One recent twist on this scam happens when you realize you're being tricked and stop contacting them. The scammers will have a different person call you pretending to be the police and ask for information about the scammers. They will then offer to help recover your lost money if you pay a small refundable fee to process the paperwork so they can begin investigating. The lengths they will go to for a payout are unlimited. These scams are relatively simple to avoid. You just need to be wary of anyone calling you and asking for money, no matter what the cause is. Do your research. There are plenty of reputable charities and adoption agencies that could use your help if you are inclined. A quick internet search will tell you if the organization exists or not. Next, you'll want to call the official number provided in the search results to confirm that they're actually contacting you and it's not just someone pretending to be an employee. The hard part is the emotional story they will tell to hook you in. This can be especially hard for people who have had experiences related to abandonment or loss, since the conversation might trigger old memories with strong emotions attached to them. Remember, there is always a way to help people in need that truly exist and aren't trying to scam you. There are ways to reach out and help orphans in many countries. Just be sure to research specific organizations before sending money. Don't let these scams stop you from having the time of your life. Now that you know about them, it's going to be a breeze vacationing in Jamaica. The ability to spot, avoid, and ignore scammers is yours now, so travel with confidence. Those are the top things to watch out for in Jamaica. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and click the like button. Leave a comment if Jamaica is part of your future travel plans. Also, please subscribe and click on the notification bell so you'll be one of the first to know of other fantastic travel videos. Happy traveling and stay safe.